and got stuck trying to go up a hill. I can't even see the road. Oh, golly. This is ridiculous. Every 2 minutes, I got to reach out there and pop my wipers because they get clogged up. I missed my road back there, almost jackknifed my semi. Jeez. Nobody really works with you here. They're not giving me no room right now. This is crazy, man. I'm no closer to get where I was going than when I left. And I've been driving for 45 minutes. Between getting stuck on a hill, took me about 15 minutes to get up a hill that was less than an eighth of a mile long. I don't know what to do. I can't get these wipers to cooperate. Can't hardly see anything. Probably not even that. Nothing. Hang. And then you miss it. Kind of hard to drive and pop wipers at the same time. It's this is worse than PA. At least they would have it plowed in PA. I don't know what they're doing here. Let's plow the road. What's the problem? I can't even grab it. You almost got to stop and accelerate through that. 13-minute traffic delay. Yeah, this put me probably 15 minutes behind because I went to take my turn and it was just like a veer off, and my trailer started to jackknife, so I had to let off the brakes and accelerate to pull out of it, and ended up having to take basically not a very good state route, um, even worse than what this road is to get here. Now I'm just going to end up back on the road that I was already on, or supposed to have been on. I was on it and it veered off and I couldn't take it. So I'm going to end up back on that road. So I just kind of did a big old country mile circle that was about 20 miles long, getting nowhere fast. I think it says this way. 529. Yeah, it's the one time I wish I was a little heavier. I got plastic in the trailer, and it is not heavy at all. Like plastic totes. I maybe three to 5,000 pounds, if that. I predicted, heck, I don't know, probably early September. I was seeing black squirrels running around. I said, yeah, it's gonna be a bad winter. We didn't have snow like this last winter till like February, and we really only had maybe, I'm in Ohio, so we had maybe 3 bad winter weather days, and 2 of them were just cold. They weren't even real bad snow days. So to have this in the beginning of December, yeah, it's probably gonna be a rough winter because we don't normally get this early. Tell you that. You got to kind of find a sweet spot with these wipers so that they're not overworking and they're not underworking. That's what I'm trying to do because it is not easy to reach out there and pop that ice off of there. All right, 3.6 miles to get back to the road that I tried to take when I almost jackknifed my truck trailer. So I had to let off that bad boy. So if you ever get into a skid situation, what happens usually is your truck is slowing down and your trailer's not, or your trailer actually will pick up speed. If you get into a skid, you actually increase your speed. So what happens is your trailer will it'll try to get in front of your truck, so it just pushes it. That's how you jackknife. But so to avoid that, when you feel that trailer starting to come beside you or come out around you, you got to let off the brake. And I would recommend accelerating. Had I not accelerated, it would have been over with. I'd have been jackknifing a big old ditch. So this road don't even look like it's been plowed at all. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They might have went down it an hour or two ago, but it's not very well traveled either. Well, the 33-minute delay went down to a 14-minute delay, so I guess that's a little better. That's in 12 miles. I'd say that's probably right before I get to Delaware. I've been driving for an hour, and it's normally only an hour and 15 minutes to a drop yard, and I'm still an hour and 17, hour and 23 minutes away. Jeez. According to GPS, well, one says an hour and 20, and the other says an hour and 23. Oh, hour and 24 just went up. So, yeah, that's the dilemma. This is, like I said, this kind of abnormal up here for early December. There's been times when I've been outside in a t-shirt in December, so this cold is actually a little premature also. Yeah, I gotta get some tires on this truck because you need all the tread you can get in this stuff. That's the thing with these trucks. They're just, you would think more wheels, more traction. That's just not necessarily true. Not necessarily true at all. Now, this has, see, like this little curve right here, 50-mile-an-hour curve, but you want to slow down for that bad boy because the weight of that trailer will push you right off of that edge. Just that little itty bitty curb is enough to lose traction. And with your trailer going faster, because it's not going to brake as good as your truck does, it just keep pushing it. So your truck might be getting traction and slowing down, and your trailer's still going, or vice versa. Maybe your truck's stopping and your or your trailer's stopping and your truck's not. Either way, it creates opposition and does wonky stuff. And generally, if your trailer's stopping, it pull you if it's not pulling to one side or the other. You just yeah, it's a four-way. I'm not stopping for it because I'll get stuck on this hill. That little itty bitty hill right there is enough to get one of these stuck. We've had them get stuck on flat ground. Yeah, my wife parked her truck out back in our driveway once on flat ground. That thing would not get traction. Differentials locked in, traction control off, off road on, would not get traction on a flat surface. So, like if I stopped right here, it would be hard to start. So once you get going, you want to. It's a delicate balance because you don't want to go too fast, but you don't want to stop either. Because if you stop, it's hard to get these things moving again. Again, I kind of wish I had a little more weight on this thing. More weight, more traction. And these are, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that, but you get better braking and better control when you have a loaded truck because that's how these are engineered. They're engineered so that they can handle that weight. So I seen a guy comment on posted on Facebook the other day that he had to stop because every time he hit his brakes, his trailer was bouncing. Well, that's because he didn't have no weight in his trailer. He was empty. So his anti-lock brakes were trying to keep the trailer from locking up. It was probably locking up a little bit, just to be completely honest. It's gonna be hard to get out on here. Oh, I wish that car wouldn't have been coming. All of them. Oh, they really kind of screwed me. There's another one coming. I ain't gonna be able to pull out in front of him either. I might just back up and get a good start here, because otherwise I'm gonna get stuck on this hill. Yeah, I can't get no traction right here. The bad thing is if somebody comes around that curve right there or up over that hill. Yeah, right there, I'm stuck. That's crazy, man. Because this little hill right here. That's it. That's all it takes to get stuck right there. Try it with traction control. I got my PDLs locked in, my power differentials. Yeah, I'm not going nowhere. Bad thing is you don't know. There's all kinds of traffic. Now I'm out of air. I got to get down at the bottom of this hill so I can try to get a little more leverage. Now I'm out of air. No air in the automatic isn't good because then you can't shift gears. This is crazy, man. It's not even that big of a hill, but try to get a running start on it. Here we go. Maybe if we can keep the momentum going. We might make it this time, y'all. It's a state route. Like this is insane. Why isn't this plowed? Why isn't it salted? It's not even that cold out here. You'd rather have people backing up traffic for miles, I guess. We made it. Thank you, Jesus. And now my forward radar's blocked. That's what that alert was. These trucks, man, these things are not built for winter. Let me tell you. That was insane. Now everybody's afraid to pass me. I don't blame them. Yeah, these things were not made for the winter. Well, thank God I got my wipers figured out. I had to mess with those in the midst of doing all that. Yeah, that little tiny hill. That wasn't even a bad hill. And I couldn't get up it. That's insane. Just because stopping at that stop sign, if I'd have had 5 mile an hour to take that turn, enough it wasn't going to lose traction, but enough that I didn't have to stop. Once you completely stop it, it's so hard to get traction in this with these trucks. I'm trying to make it to the highway, like the interstate, because this is ridiculous. I'm sure they've got the interstate sorted, but I could be wrong. We knew this was coming. Everybody knew it was coming, but now we live just. Oh, he lost control. There he goes. Look at that truck up there. He's all over the road. Oh, he went all the way over there. He saved it. Good job, buddy. Wow. That was a close one. I don't think just because you're in a truck that you're going to be okay either. He's in a Jeep. That's probably got four-wheel drive, and he about lost it right there. Yeah, that slowed him down a little bit. He's going to take his time now. We're not far from the freeway. We're probably 4 or 5 miles from the interstate. So everybody's trying to get to work, no doubt. But I think we're all going to be a little late today. It is what it is. If you get there at all, they ought to be grateful that you showed up when you got this kind of weather. Cause I don't know if my wife will drive in this, honestly. She is not a fan of the winter. Oh, somebody hit the guardrail. There's tire marks over there where somebody went off the road. It doesn't take much in this, especially the first real bad snow of the winter. So people got to get their snow driving skills back. Oh, I tell you, that old fella right there just got his. I definitely got mine earlier when I tried to take that turn and my truck said nope. I thought I was gonna lose it, man. Yeah, it was not happening. No way, shape, or form was I gonna make that turn. And that's the thing, you get that trailer, if it's going 40 mile an hour and you go to turn, even if you're slowing down, probably especially if you're slowing down because your trailer's is just not built to slow down like the truck is. That's a hauling vehicle, so it's a different animal. So, it's naturally the trailer's going to want to go straight. So if you're going to turn, even if you're just veering, which is what I was doing, it was simply a veer. I wouldn't even call it a turn. That's how insignificant it was. It was just a veer. I just needed to veer. And just that little veer, my truck tried to go one way, my trailer was not having it. Started to jackknife me, so I backed out of it about halfway through it. And I let off the brake. This is a split second reaction. This is how quick you got to do it. Let off the brake, turn my wheel back straight, and keep getting stuck in that groove and trying to suck me down that ditch. Turn my wheel back straight. It's really coming down now. And accelerated. And the acceleration was able to pull my trailer back behind me. So it takes about 8 feet before that trailer reacts in one of these big sleeper cabs, meaning you need 8 feet of movement in your truck before your trailer even starts to react. So I was probably twice that. I probably had 20 feet or so, which meant my trailer was starting to react, but it's even slower to react because it was losing control, losing traction. Simple, simple physics, right? Right. Oh, it's getting worse. Now my wipers are doing their stupid thing again. This guy has no clue how to drive up here. Much as I hate to turn them wipers up, I can't see. And I had them on the sweet spot where they were finally working. Now they got big old chunks of ice on them. I think I knocked it off. That's better if they can keep up, though. The problem is keeping up. Get some winter blades on there. I'm not a real big fan of winter blades because I don't think they wipe that good. I mean, all they are is it covers up them grooves so that the snow supposedly isn't supposed to cake on there, but it doesn't really help that much. I personally, I think it's like a sales gimmick. They just call them winter blades so they can charge you more money for them. I'm sure there's some kind of value, but I've never been a big fan of them. Either way, when you get it coming down this fast, them wipers can't keep up with that. Maybe y'all know some tricks. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. I'll check it out later. I'm sorry I can't respond to your comments or look at them. This is full, all hands on deck, left brain, right brain, insane in the membrane kind of moment. Yep, we're about 2 miles from the interstate now, so let's see how bad the interstate is. Oh, and of course, we got a red light, which means we got to stop, which is never fun when you got a trailer on there. Just pump in brakes. Problem with stopping too is you got to start again. We already know how that goes. Good golly. Well, at least they're got a little bit of a downhill, so maybe it won't be so bad. Well, a lot of people turned off back there. That works for me. The thing is, these semis are geared so low that if you accelerate too fast, you lose control. But you got to go. So, I mean, at some point in time, you just got to accelerate. Like right now, this little hill, I'm struggling. My traction control's on right now. Yeah, the worst thing you want to do is stop. 'Cause then you got to start. Man, look at it coming down, y'all. This is bad, man. I can't see. Stupid wipers. Coming down faster, my wipers can keep it off of there. That quick. I get like 4 or 5 swipes and then I can't see. I got to be able to see the road. How the heck else am I going to drive on it? I should have stayed home. This is ridiculous. I don't know why anybody would be driving in this. It should be a snow emergency. If your wipers can't keep up with the snow and you can't get traction because it's so slippery and so much snow, where's your snow emergency at? Well, we should be seeing the freeway here in a minute. I wouldn't blame anybody for not driving in this today. Say more people to stay home, probably less accidents there'd be. Not even probably, for sure, for sure. I'm pretty good. I was born in the snow, raised driving in the snow. First time I ever drove, I was probably 14 years old, driving in the snow, and been driving in it my whole life, and I'm struggling today. So people with little experience or that don't really travel that much, this is gonna be bad business. I guarantee it. Well, we're gonna see what the interstate's like. I'm in Ohio. This is we're probably 45 minutes north of Columbus. Oh, not another hill. Please turn green. I cannot stop. I stop. I'm not getting started. Not on this hill. Come on, man. Yes. Go, 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 go. Nope, he's losing traction too. I can't believe that Jeep don't have traction. Man, I'm lucky I didn't have to stop here. I would not have got up that hill, I'm telling you. Well, it doesn't look like the interstate's going to be much better, y'all. Look at this ramp. Wow. Yeah, it's looks like they're using one lane out there. So, yeah, one decent lane it looks like. They're not even using them passing lanes. This is insane. Well, I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't know it was going to be quite this bad. This is this is interstate, so this is I-71, and it's just covered. 35 mile an hour. Ain't no way I should be out here at this. This is insane. Insignate in the membrane. Oh, Schindler, excuse me. Sorry about that. Too much coffee. I'm so sorry. That was so nasty. Yeah, this is bad. I can't even. I can't hardly see y'all. This is we might be pulled over and waiting this out somewhere. It's dumping so hard and fast that the salt trucks can't even keep up. At least you got a little pavement here. I can hear rubber to pavement, but truck in front of me is going 36. Boy, sure doesn't seem like it. My wipers can't even keep up. School just got canceled. That old boy's trying to find his way to a ditch pretty fast, it looks like. I would say. Yeah. He got over his whole trailer, went over there. Like it ain't even worth it. You just got in front of me and took all of my space away for nothing, bro. I was going the same speed as the truck in front of me. And all he did was take my space away. So why did you even do that? It's just insane. I can't even see the road. I don't even know how they can. There's like no travel lanes. You just kind of guessing where you're at. There's so many different wheel grooves, and there's no clear lane. It's all covered. So I don't even know how you determine where you're at, honestly. I'm just trying to follow the lights in front of me. Man, there's so much caked on there on those wipers. Every time I clear them off, 2 minutes later, probably not even that. This is insane, bro. What are we doing? It's blowing so hard you can't even see. Well, now we know what them ice road trucker boys and guys and gals are dealing with. I just want to know how they keep their wipers clear. Well, maybe I should sell out for the winter blades. This is ridiculous. Man, that blade over there, it's got a big old chunk of snow on it. I don't even think the wiper is touching the windshield. That's crazy. Yeah, that blade over there is doing absolutely nothing. It's really, 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 really bad visibility right now. Those guys, I don't know why they're in such a hurry to get up there because they're not going any faster. That 5 or 10 mile an hour faster, they're going. Wow, my window, my passenger window just rolled down by itself. Whatever the heck that is. But yeah, they're not going for to risk what they're risking to get out over there. I would just as soon stay where I'm at. 5 10 mile an hour faster to drive through that lane. It's like crap. It's not even a lane over there. Of course, at this point, this ain't really a lane either. Okay, what are we doing? Now this guy's going really slow. He's let's see, 31 miles an hour. So we might pass him actually. At some point in time because you can't if I get up going up a hill, I'm gonna be screwed because of how slow this driver's going in front of me. Uh, oh, I bet it's blocked up here. 36-minute delay. 30 miles of delay. So, yeah, I bet the highway's shut down. Yeah, and that's how Well, hopefully I can get to an exit up here. Try to go a different route. I should have took 23. If it's a 30-minute delay, you might as well say it's blocked off. And when you can see brake lights as far as the eye can see, you can pretty much guarantee it's bad. Well, we're still moving, so maybe. I've seen them shut highways down out west for less than this. This is insane. Trying to keep these right wipers clean. It's insane. I have no idea where the lanes are at. Got like half a lane over here, half a lane over there. But where's the breakdown lane? Because I guess I'll know if I hit rumble strips. Oh, looks like that side over there's broke loose a little bit. And we're coming up on 36, 37. That must have opened back up because now it says, well, it says 28-minute delay for the next 2 miles, according to Garmin. There's 36, 37. Still blowing like crazy. Yeah, it seems to be the highway's getting a little tighter. It's some chunky snow right here. Like it melted and then froze again. Boy, it's a struggle to keep that snow off that windshield wiper. That side over there is just one big block of ice. If you can see me, I got one glove on my left hand, so I can reach out there and pop the snow off the wiper. Driving with my window down and my defrost almost all the way up. Maybe that's the problem because if I let that windshield cool down, it might bounce off. I don't really think there is a good solution, honestly. These guys are getting off right here. Some of them. Let me turn my radio up. Yeah, because the next exit's 270. I'd say it's just going to be slow all the way to everywhere. I was going to say all the way to Columbus, but it's going to be slow all the way to everywhere at this point. Oh, now we got brake lights. And it's that one chunk on the bottom that I can't get off of there. There, I knocked it off. Oh, that's better. Maybe that's what was holding me up so bad. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that other wiper's just a disaster over there. That's what it was. That one chunk of snow I could not get off of there. That's a lot better. They price it better right there. Excuse me. Goodness. Well, I'm out of coffee. Been driving for an hour and 40 minutes. If Garmin's correct, I still got an hour. This drive to our drop yard normally takes me an hour and 15 minutes. So, looking at three times the time. Three times the time. Gotta love trucking. Oh, we got a big truck in the breakdown lane. I'm gonna give him some space over there. Try not to do too much in these grooves. Trying to just stay in them grooves makes for a little less uh, loss of traction. He look like he's been there a while. Yeah, wipers working pretty good now. Knocking that chunk of ice helped a lot. Well, the one side, driver's side, toward that side over there ain't doing nothing. It's one big block of ice. I'll clean it off when I stop. I don't know that it'll matter much because if you can't get over there to knock it off, it's just going to build up again. That wiper kind of sucks, anyways. I had changed this one probably a few months ago, so it's like we got flashers up here. See what that's about. I don't see anybody getting over. Maybe he's pulled off on this ramp. I don't see him now. Yeah, maybe I can roll my window up for a minute. I don't know what we're doing, y'all, but that is definitely the breakdown lane right there. I can hear the rumble strips. These folks are driving on the rumble strips. I'm not driving on the rumble strips. And they're going real slow, 35. Now I see flashers. I can't tell if it's somebody driving or on the shoulder. But hey, listen, it's a great day to praise the Lord Jesus. I will say that. Regardless, praise God because right, right when I was about to come up on that veer, where I almost, well, I did lose control and then I regained it. Um, I was thinking about a video I saw on the Prime group I'm in, and the guy had basically the same thing. He tried to take his exit too fast, and he jackknifed. And I was like, all he had to do was let off of his brake and accelerate. He would have missed his exit. He would have had to get back onto the highway, but he wasn't making the exit anyway. So, and it was funny because literally 30 seconds before I came up on my little veer off, I thought about that video and I thought about what I commented on there. And then it happened to me. It was the opposite direction. I was veering left. He was getting off on the exit ramp on the right. But as soon as I started losing control, I knew what to do. I let off my brake and I accelerated, and I abandoned my veer. So I turned my wheels back straight. That caused me to fishtail a little bit the other way, but I just accelerated through it. So I turned my wheels to the right after being aimed towards the left, and then turned them back. Then I had to steer into that skid. So you steer into the skid, and that should straighten you out. But you don't want to oversteer either. And that's where the acceleration part comes in. because if not, that trailer's just gonna push you and jackknife you because that's the momentum of the physics. So in order to get out of that, break that momentum, you're not really breaking the momentum. You're just getting your control back because the trailer's already pushing that way anyways. You just got to get your vehicle straightened back out. So in order to straighten your truck back with your trailer, you accelerate. Oh, not sure what this guy's doing right here. I don't know. This plane out here actually looks a little clearer than that one. Well, I'm glad I went around because they're going like 20 mile an hour over there. That's just not feasible. If I hit a small hill, even at that speed, I'd probably get stuck trying to get up the hill, which there is a hill up here. So traction control. All right, I'm just gonna ease back over there because you got to get over these little grooves, and those are the ones that kind of make you go wonky sometimes. Get back into your tread marks. Just if you stay in these grooves, you don't do too bad, really. But you got to stay in these grooves because that stuff in between them grooves is treacherous. Looks like I gotta pop this windshield wiper again. All right, hopefully that does a trick for a while. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, if you get out of these tread grooves, it gets bad pretty fast. Well, looks like pretty slow moving on the northbound side too. So this is part of that little hill and then gets a little steeper right here. But doesn't take much to slow this big thing down when you're losing control, when you're losing traction, I should say. Not necessarily losing control, but you get on one of these uphills and then you're losing traction. We done got stuck twice already. Stuck twice, almost missed our almost jackknifed. So this hasn't been a good start. And I haven't even dropped my trailer from yesterday. I still got to pick up my load for today. And that's a two-stop load. And then I got to get my backhaul. So we're just getting started. And we're already, let's see, I left at 3 o'clock. We're already 3 hours in almost and haven't even made it to our first drop. Haven't even shed our trailer from yesterday, basically, is what I'm telling you. So we got a long ways to go. We got two different sets of tire tread now. That's kind of weird. And here's this hill I was telling you about. And I'm already struggling. I'm losing traction already. So if I'd have tried to take this at 20 mile an hour, I'd have probably got stuck on it. I'm at about 38, 37 and losing speed pretty quick. Down to 30 miles an hour and losing traction. Yeah, we got a lot of hazards flashing up here right now, so I'm not the only one struggling to get up this hill. about to go around them because I can't slow down that much. I'll get stuck. And actually, there's a vehicle in the ditch. Well, on the side of the road. Doesn't look like it's on the ditch. This lane right now, my trailer's all over the place back there. Looks better than that one. So I'm getting out here and passing these guys. Yeah. The one time you want a heavy trailer. But then again, a heavy trailer, ooh, it can be rough to get up some of them hills. So I started out doing heavy haul. A few months after I started driving, I was hauling permit loads. We'd have 94,000 on the deck, up to 94,000. So don't let me exaggerate too much. Up to 94,000 on the deck. Got a wiggle wagon in front of me. 2 pivot points on that bad boy. I'd hate to see that thing jackknife. He's right in the middle of the road too. And we got a truck, or we got a vehicle off of the road up here on the left. Left hand side, there's a vehicle that's in the ditch or breakdown lane. Looks like he's clearing his windshield maybe. Can't tell if he lost control. He's like just pulled over to clear his windshield. We can relate to that, right, y'all? There's a vehicle in the breakdown lane over there. So I'm going 35 and still losing traction. Yeah, this is crazy. This is wild right now. There is so much ice on that wiper over there. It's just one big block of ice. I'm going about 28 miles an hour and might be the fastest vehicle on the road right now. That's crazy. I'm okay with getting over, but I got vehicles passing me on the right. I don't know because they're driving with their hazards up there. I feel like if you got your hazards on, you probably shouldn't even be on the road because that's just a hazard, right? So why would you be on the road if you're a hazard? I don't know. Maybe 71 southbound closed 12 closes. Oh, they're closing this down on the 3rd. That's tomorrow from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's good to know. Right, take 23. Yeah, let me get over here, bud. You can have that fast lane if you want it. I don't want it. Well, I can start to see the lanes a little bit. That's new. Some spots you can actually see the lane indicators, pavement markings. This is pretty nasty, even for Ohio standards. It's pretty nasty. Yeah, we're up to 40 mile an hour. That's quite the accomplishment. Yeah, so, boy, you shouldn't even be out in the middle of the road if you're driving with your hazards, bud. Just go with the flow of traffic. Nobody's doing nothing crazy right now. He's taking up 2 lanes. Like you're more of a problem than anything if you're just doing that. This is a tiny, tiny incline, and I'm losing traction because of how deep the snow is. Yeah, it's not even a big incline, but it's enough to lose traction on. Hell, we're officially in Columbus. Officially in Columbus. So I got to go to the south side of Columbus and then go back to the west side, drop on the south end, and then back to the west side. That guy just went in the ditch over there. Yeah, a little too fast for road conditions. That's a ticket. So if you lose control in this, even though it's a road hazard that caused it, basically the snow is a road hazard. They can write you a ticket for too fast for road conditions. Is exactly what they would penalize you for. So if you cause an accident in this stuff, or if you're involved in an accident, even it could be because somebody or you was going too fast for road conditions. Now, if you're going the same speed as everybody else, I mean, some accidents are unavoidable, and nobody gets cited sometimes. When I had my rollover, there was 5 different vehicles. Nobody got cited. Although one, the vehicle that started the chain reaction had left the scene. I don't know if they ever got charged with anything, but so they hit a deer, left the scene. The car behind them swerved to miss them and rolled over. I hit that car, rolled my semi at 70 miles an hour, almost killed. Could have been really really bad. Let's put it there. Um, God was protecting me, no doubt. And while they were while emergency crews were on scene, somebody hit the wrecker that was pulling my truck out of the ditch. So 5 vehicles in that. Yeah, we're at pretty much almost a standstill now. I'm going 20 mile an hour on Interstate 70. So it's pretty nasty out here, yo. Pretty nasty. It's a nasty disaster. Pretty nasty. Yeah, we got a lot of flashers up there, so might be something went down up here. Says 23, Garmin says 23-minute delay for the next 10 miles, basically. Starting to lose my lane markers again. Well, you would think closer to town the roads wouldn't be as bad because you got the heat from the city. Oh, there's a lane marker. The grooves are right over top of it, so that means people are driving in the middle of the road, basically, more or less. But here we're like losing our lanes altogether. It's like not even lanes anymore. What is going on? I should put my other mount up there. He'd be able to see better, and it wouldn't be vibrating. Garmin says 45 minutes. Google Maps says 40 minutes. Sizes. Yeah, we're just creeping along. Just a creeping. I think I'm gonna get over here in this slow lane. Hopefully it's moving. That would be the right lane ends. That's a different lane. That's not our lane. Yeah, it's a different lane over there. I don't know what that is. A taxi or something? Taxi, yeah. Taxi don't know how to drive. Maybe. Oh, look at these grooves. They pull you right down in there. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't like being pulled. I guess it's just a thing. Whoa. Pretty slow going through here. I'm going 25. That car up there looks like they're doing slower, even slower than that. Slow down. Ooh, wait. Well, there's a little pavement under there, but the problem is it looks like it's ice. Man, don't get me slowing down on this hill. Oh, we got chatter on the radio. Let's see what they're saying. Kind of lost my lane right here. I know this is 3 lanes, though. Yeah, they're slowing me down on this hill, and I do not like it. Always somebody got stuck up there, it looked like. Yeah, my truck don't like this hill. Traction control issues. It's like I'm gonna have to get out of the slow lane because I'm gonna end up getting stuck over here. It's so deep, and these guys are going so slow. If I slow this thing down, it's not gonna go. I gotta keep it moving. Honestly, this fast lane looks like about the best lane to be traveling in. Stuck twice and almost wrecked once. Lost control. Had to regain control. Almost jackknifed. So that's that's what we're dealing with today. The big old city of Columbus. Yeah, y'all be safe out there. Just praying we make it. There's another vehicle in the breakdown lane. God's got us. God's got us. In Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. There's another vehicle in the ditch. Um, yeah, he's all the way in the ditch. Looks like he lost control. So, oh, there's another vehicle in the ditch over there. See if you guys can see that one. Yeah, he hit the guardrail. No, it looks like he just missed the guardrail. Oh, that's good. That should be a four-wheel drive. That looked like a Explorer. Should be a four-wheel drive, but even a four-wheel drive is not gonna get you out of a foot of snow. You still gotta have traction. So I'm going about 30 miles an hour on an interstate. Speed limit's 65 through here. And believe it or not, this lane out here is actually the best lane. So I'm just trying to stick with this lane right now. So let's see. We got a lot of people driving with their hazards, but if everybody's pretty much doing the same speed within 10 miles at 5, 10 miles an hour, there's no need to drive with your hazards. You're going to cause somebody to make a rash move because they think that there's something wrong. They think you're a hazard. So you actually can cause more problems than you're solving by having your hazards on. If you're pretty much going with the flow of traffic, there's no need to drive with your hazards on. And if you feel there's a need to drive with your hazards on, then you're a hazard, then you shouldn't be driving. Now, if you're a truck and you're climbing a hill, we have to because our trucks can only pull so much, especially when we're loaded. So that's different, though. But to go, and we do it. We'll limp to a shop or something like that, a couple miles. But you don't want to be doing that for 20 miles. That's a lot of ground that could potentially cause problems for other travelers. That's my 2 cents. I don't know if it means anything, but because hazards are what caused my rollover, and I see hazards cause all kinds of problems because in Ohio we have a move over law. You have to get over if there's hazards. So there's that aspect of it. 35, we're picking up a little speed, I guess. I think I'm gonna get off on Main Street and go right downtown because can't be any worse than this. That's the way I look at it. It seems like the snow's letting up a little bit, but we're in town, so you can't really tell. You get out there in the country and it's like whiteout conditions, basically. But slow down for this little curve. That little curve right there, believe it or not, could cause an accident if you're taking it too fast. Because you got that trailer back there pushing you all the time, all the time. It's either pushing you or you're pulling it. And trust me, you'd rather be pulling it. That's why I say the best thing you can do if your trailer starts to jackknife is to pull it, which means accelerate, assuming you're not going to run into somebody or something. But if you're already losing control, the chances are that's probably not going to matter. So accelerating out of it sometimes is the best way to prevent it. At least that's what I did this morning when my trailer tried to come take a look at me. This guy's slowing down for what? Oh, he's probably getting over 670. Well, not a lot of CB chatter, just slow moving. So slow moving. We're moving and grooving. Like I said, this is the best lane to be in. It looks like solid ice up under that middle lane. Every now and then I'll catch a glare and it's just sheen and sheen. Well, here's how you can tell. If you look at the tires, if you see moisture, if you see water coming off of the tires, then it's probably not frozen. If you don't see water coming off of them tires, meaning there's no spray, they're just throwing snow and not throwing water off of the tires, no spray, that means it's frozen. So there's your little tip for the day. I do see a little spray, so not completely frozen, but that doesn't mean that you're going to have complete control either. But you would rather have spray than not because driving on ice is much worse than driving just on sludge or snow or whatever you want to call this crap. See, this guy's got his hazards on, and I could barely pass him. Why are you going 40 miles an hour with your hazards and everybody else is doing the same speed limit? At that point, you are the hazard. Turn your hazards off and drive. Like, why do you need special attention? I don't know. That's my opinion. Not that it matters. I should hope that it does, but whatever, whatever. Yeah, the same thing up here. We got two vehicles traveling with their hazards on. You don't need your hazards. You're moving. Hazard is if you're like broke down on the side of the road. Oh, oh, that's a bad one up there on that bridge. Oh wow, that's yep. We gotta slow down for this curve. Not too much, because then that trailer's just gonna keep on pushing us. 35 mile an hour on that curb, and well, looks like we're gonna be. I want this exit, but I'm not gonna take it if it's backed up, because that probably means something happened up there. We're gonna find out. I think that's the highway, not the exit. I think our exit's good. Yeah, the exit's pretty backed up too, so either way, people are probably getting off here to try to avoid that split right there in that construction. No worries to me. Either way, it's gonna be a slowdown. It says 19 minutes if I go straight. 19-minute delay if I go straight. So I'm not going straight. Oh, maybe I should have, because this don't look good either. Wowzer. There's my dreaded hill again. Oh, not sure what the holdup is here. I don't like these hills, I know that. Too hard to get going on them. At least I can see a little pavement on this one. Oh, no traffic. That's what it says. That's cool. Well, it's been a good detour. Hey, y'all be safe out there. God bless you. Thanks for checking me out today.